Hi, Collective. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's good. Um, I just got out of the hospital, so I'm not feeling too great. Yeah, so let's just get into this and get this shit done. To the divine, please make me a clear and concise channel for the collective of star seeds. To the angelic guidance, to the ancestral guidance, to the ascended masters. Please and thank you. Alright. You hear me knocking. Can I come in? Please, Holy Spirit, can I get a message for the collective star seeds? Thank you. Alright, first card is wait. It's not time yet. I haven't read this one before, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it from the book. And the next one is Weight of the World. That's what's up, dude. Both of those are like new. Yeah, wait. Okay, so. Oh, sorry. Here. Let me see. It's kind of blurry. Wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected, and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let alone give ourselves the space and rest, space to rest, wait, and reset. We're so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's gone wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and don't receive it, it can often mean, wait, it's not yet time. And it's like staggered. It's like, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Fuck, no. Oh yeah, there it is. The details are being woven. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening, to remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring does always come. To remember that you don't need to solve all of the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission to slip, to slow down, switch off, and rest. You're being reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life. To trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to the timeline you'd like, but if you gather up the patience, it will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. The inquiry on this is, how can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? It's our least favorite bit of advice is, divine timing. Let God work it out for you, man. Thy will, not my will. And I guess that's very pertinent to me currently. Just having to just be. You know what I mean? Like I push myself, like even if there's nothing to do, like I'm always like, oh, there's a million things to do, and there's not. So, but yeah. The next card is Weight of the World. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. I don't know if you can see that. It's like somebody like floating in this like galactic water. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's. To stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders. To put your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say that you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or even exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again in the morning if you choose to. But give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. The inquiry on this one is, what are you carrying that isn't even yours? Growing up, my family wasn't, I don't know, I guess, I don't know much about my family in retrospect, considering some of the things that I've learned, but I've always been empathic. I've always been highly sensitive to not just people around me, but like the world in general. I used to come home bawling when I was 15, 16 years old because... Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm doing something right now. I'm doing something right now. Okay, I'll call you in a little bit. Did you get a phone?
Yeah, they're at home.
Okay.
My friends can come pick me up.
Okay, I'm gonna call you. Okay.
Listen, Manuel said they're gonna start.
Okay, I gotta do this.
I want you to.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
I don't know how you work though. My dog, you guys just try this.
Oh no, I'm not good at technology. I just do what I have to,
I don't even know how it works my phone.
You too. Be safe. Yeah, I'm gonna call you in a minute. Being empathic, like I would like literally see somebody like just treat somebody badly in traffic and it would destroy me and I would freak out, and like I was never taught to set those boundaries, to understand that energies are sometimes they are definitely not yours sometimes. Even in like relationships, I mean, I've always been very in tune to my partners, but like with the twin flame thing, I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of knowing that depth of worry or just whatever it is that's sitting inside of somebody else is not yours, that you're feeling. So yeah, I think definitely be very mindful as to what's yours and what's not. Yeah, that's it. So, I'm going to go for one more on the Starseed Oracle deck. And I think I'm going to pull like an Osho Zen if I have time. Holy Spirit, is there another message that we as a collective of starseeds need to hear? Oh, perfect. Okay. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. You know, it's crazy because we literally, you know, say let go, let God, and then we turn around and try to manipulate and control situations. It's not only like human nature to attempt to control things, but you know, it's like it's attempting to get those. I'm not like some master manipulator or like some, you know, throw a fit princess. But, you know, in certain situations you definitely want things to go a certain way, and it's definitely a struggle at times, especially if you know that you can create some form of manipulation or puppeteer those strings, you know, and it's definitely a very I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like not self-aware, but like just a very integrity filled, and just, I don't know, I think it's a very brave thing just to allow God to take over and, you know, weave the fabric of what's happening in your day. Of course, I fucking hate doing this. Not doing the readings, doing the digging for the guidebook. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. You're embarrassing me. I think I just noticed that it might be alphabetical. I'll scope that later, but it very well may be. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. When we rely only on our own will. Oh yeah, excuse me. Like I said, I'm so tired right now. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. That brings me to a point outside of the book. Like, if you're fixated on the outcome of a situation, the universe doesn't understand that. If you fixate on, I don't want this to happen, the universe doesn't understand that. It understands the subject, whatever's to happen or not to happen, and the don't want. Like, it's an energetic signature. It's what you're putting out. And if you fixate on what you don't want, fear and rejection are so much stronger than we realize. And definitely be mindful of that. So fixate on the positives and the situation. Don't fixate on the outcome or the expected outcome. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your fullest, most authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. There's an activation on this one. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. If you would put your right hand over your heart, and we can do this together. I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda instead of surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. These cards are hard to see on the computer. Let's see. God dang, I can't do it. It's so, I don't know, the glare. I'm sorry. Definitely, just like I said, let go, let God, however you gotta say it. Just do it, and part of that is surrendering to the timing of things, divine timing. Like, those are like two of the things that you hate hearing. That's like no swimming for 20 minutes after eating when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the worst thing you could ever hear as a child. And we don't even know if that's fucking true. I don't think it is. But those two bits of advice. Holy Spirit, can we get some more messages? This is the Osho Zen deck. Great deck for self-reflection. It's a very profound deck. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. But yeah, definitely, allow the timing to be divine and allow God to work his miracles in your life, because they are plenty. Okay, that's what's up, because I'm always like these, I'm obviously a starseed, that's why I do this, but like, it's so personal, the Starseed Oracle, for me a lot of times, and I always just wonder if I'm like just reading my shit to you, but I haven't had this card in a very long time, and I don't think I'm in this space. This card is the number 4 card. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it in the app because I don't have a guidebook on this one. And it is the Miser. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very interesting card. She's covered in furs and jewels and things like that. But if you really look at her, she looks like an old brick wall. Like, she's just there. But she's clutching her belongings and her stuff. And, okay, so it's got a number on it, but it is not in that order. That's a trip. Okay, here we go. I just noticed something too, like some of them have like a little rainbow triangle and some of them don't. This one in particular does. All right, this woman has created a fortress around herself, and she is clinging to all the possessions she thinks are her treasures. In fact, she has accumulated so much stuff with which to adorn herself, including the feathers and furs of living creatures, that she has made herself ugly in the effort. This card challenges us to look at what we are clinging to and what we feel we possess that is so valuable it needs to be protected by a fortress. It needn't be a big bank balance or a full box of jewels. It could be something as simple as sharing our time with a friend or taking the risk of expressing our love to another. Like a well that is sealed up and becomes stagnant from disuse, our treasures become tarnished and worthless if we refuse to share them. Whatever you're holding on to, remember that you can't take it with you. Loosen your grip and feel the freedom and expansiveness sharing can bring. That's the guidebook part, and then the next part, I guess, is the Tao Zen, whoever wrote this, like their like thing. That's why I like the app. The moment you become miserly, you are closed to the basic phenomenon of life, expansion and sharing. The moment you start clinging to things, you have missed the target. You have missed because things are not the target. You, your innermost being, is the target. Not a beautiful house, but a beautiful you. Not much money, but a rich you. Not many things, but an open being available to millions of things. I think that kind of lines up with like that whole like fixating on the outcome. You know, sometimes we push for things and we're frustrated because our prayers aren't being answered, but the reality of it is sometimes our prayers really aren't what's good for us or what's necessary at that point in time. Divine timing could be not at all. Be focused on what's relevant. The truest treasure you can find is love and freedom and happiness. You know, let it go. Don't fixate on things that aren't even relevant at the end of the day, whether it be things or perceived injustices or, you know what I mean, like whatever. Like, just stay in the moment and be thankful. Allow expansion to happen, because every moment is just another moment that you can be growing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, guys. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna hit the Wi-Fi spot, so it's gonna take a couple hours to do this. I can't really like leave my computer there, so yeah, be well, man. Stay great and shine. Have a good night, guys.